Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a exciting marathon by Roundabout that he sent to me, and oh man, I'm very excited because of the first song. That's the only band that I know on this, but he pretty much like told me, yeah, this is gonna be amazing. So thank you, Roundabout, for sponsoring the video. And we're gonna do 4 songs. It's a 4-song marathon with an overlooked classic by Supertramp, and we're talking about The Meaning from Crisis What Crisis. Now I do have Crisis What Crisis, I think we haven't heard. Crime of a Century, that's the one that we've heard. That's the one in the background, right there behind me. Right there, right there. Jean-Luc Ponty, and then Kansas and Supertramp. That's like the setup we've had since the beginning. We've had these LPs even before we started the channel. But yeah, so I'm excited to do this. Again, thanks everyone for being here, for watching, for subscribing, liking the videos. You guys make all the difference, and the channel is growing thanks to you, of course. So this is the set we're gonna do. We're gonna start it off, Supertramp, The Meaning, then Mighty Baby. That's a band I've never heard of, from their debut, Mighty Baby, and this is from 69. Crisis What Crisis is 75. We're gonna do the song Egyptian Tomb. Then we're gonna do a Raw Material from the album Time Is, 71. We're gonna do Miracle Worker, and then from the band Audience, Friend from 1970, we're gonna do the song Raid. 8 minutes and 45 seconds, epic. So that's why I guess we're keeping it at 4 songs. We're trying to, make these a little bit shorter. So without further ado, Steely Dan t-shirt on. I'm ready to go, what else? I think I was going to talk about something else, but I forgot. Let's just get into the music. Like I said, if you like the video, do what all the YouTubers tell you to do. Even though I don't consider myself a YouTuber, I guess not yet. We're not big enough, to be like doing this full time, but it's a lot of fun. So here we go with Supertramp, a band that I've loved for many, many years, but I never got really into them completely. I had like the best of, that kind of deal. So there's a lot of songs that I don't know, and that's something that caught my attention right away when Alexia and I started dating. I asked her her email, and she said Alexia Supertramp, and I was like, okay, it's like the band? She's like, yeah, the band. And of course, that was something we had in common immediately. That and Pink Floyd and other stuff. But yeah, okay. So here we go with The Meaning. So enjoy. Here we go. Ooh. Definitely not heard this.
Just look at the comfort that you call your home. Yourself that you're never alone. Well, maybe there's one thing you shouldn't have said. So you better
guitar.
And you better get light in your head. And you better get peace in your bed. If you wanna get high. well, it better be said. It's the reckoning holding your heart. It's beginning to squeeze you apart. Don't you wanna get high? You're holding the world in the palm of your hand. What you telling your children you don't understand? If you know what the meaning is, 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 meaning is, meaning is, meaning you better beware. And you better get light in your head. And you better get peace in your bed. If you wanna get high. Just look at the madness that glows in your eyes. To frighten your children will steal your disguise. If you know what the meaning is, 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 if you know what the answer 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 is, if you know what the meaning is, if you know what the meaning is, if you know what the meaning is, if you know what the
Very good, man. I mean, I love long outros. There we go. I mean, his voice is so epic, you know, like that makes, you know, I mean, I guess the voice and their style, you know, the heavy like the heavy piano input, you know, and this one not so much, but they do have a sound, you know. This almost sounded like literally like prog rock, you know, like, and I know their first two albums, they were, you know, much considered progressive music, progressive rock, and then they became more, I think that's just what I read. I pulled it up because it's like, so is Supertramp, you know, prog rock, you know? And it says here, I mean, I don't know who answered this because, you know, anyone can type anything into Wikipedia, but it says initially a prog rock group, they began moving towards a more pop-oriented sound with their third album, Crime of the Century, and this was 74, so this was before this, but this doesn't sound anything like pop to me, you know. This was really good, you know, the whole, and their sound, I love, you know, the saxophone, I think that's a saxophone, like an alto sax, The guitar riffs, you know, it sounded very Alan Parsons Project, this, you know, but you know, the voice is Supertramp. It's like instantly recognizable. I love his voice. But I think we have never heard anything from this album, neither Alexia or me. I don't remember any of these maybe Lady. Maybe Lady, yes. Lady I'm sure was on the best of. You know, something like that, I think. Lady. Yeah, I'm sure. So yeah, that's the deal, you know, when you live in Mexico, you know, that's what was the deal with Kansas, that was the deal with Supertramp, that was the deal with Queen. They did have albums, but they only had like the best of, because nobody would buy these individual, like, you know, Chicago 1, Chicago 2, Chicago 3. It was just the best of Chicago, or the best of David Bowie, or the best of etc., you know. So that's what I grew up with, the best of the Eagles, you know. But then go into these individual, you know, rabbit holes, which is, you know, every album is very different, you know. Let me just do one thing here real quick. I think I can hear it way better now. But yeah, Supertramp is just literally in the word super. It's just such an unique band, such an instantly recognizable sound because of their heavy piano input. Yes, there's maybe a lack of guitars, but hey, for me that's not a problem at all. With Supertramp, that's what I like about them. It's like with Kansas, you know, the that violin that makes, you know, Kansas for me. Of course, also the beautiful compositions and the great prog and the time signatures and all that. But the violin is the two voices, you know. Also, I think there's two vocalists in Supertramp, if I'm not mistaken. But wonderful. Thank you, Roundabout, again for the introduction to this song. Now, this is completely new. Mighty Baby. I've never heard, not even the name. Raw Material in Audience. I've never heard those bands. So this is going to be a first one. All three. Let's continue with Egyptian Tomb. Let's figure out what kind of music this is. Let's see. definitely like psychedelic rock. This is like, I love the bass here, like also the horn section there. I mean, it's not a section, but I think the sax, you know, really cool. But just the way he's singing is very psychedelic, you know, like very almost like early Floyd, you know, that kind of deal. But early Floyd, that's still like a mystery to me. In 1969, we're such big, like big, very big Pink Floyd fans, Alexia and I. Like we know, we've heard Dark Side of the Moon, you know, together. My God, I don't know, hundreds of times, literally together. Before that, I've already heard it hundreds of times, but together, and Animals and The Wall and The Final Cut and Wish You Were Here, and for some reason we never go back. Yeah, we started at this point, you know, and we've done some. We did the first album ever released. We did that on Patreon because they do it. If you do a full album, unfortunately, it most likely it gets blocked, you know, by the record company. But and then I think we worked our way. So we still want to do all that, you know, like what is it called? Well, I don't have them right in front of me, but you know, pretty much everything before Dark Side of the Moon, you know, and then go back, and the one with the cow, you know, and the one from the movie. We want to do all that, but yeah, just the delivery sounds a little bit like Floydish, you know, but very cool music. This Egyptian tomb. Let's keep going. All right, very raw, you know, very like it sounds almost like, you know, they had something in mind and then okay, let's just play over this one take and that's the one, you know. We don't have any time. I like that. I like, listening to raw takes, so it doesn't sound so overproduced. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love perfection and Steely Dan, overproduced. But also it's nice sometimes to listen to something that's more a little bit, yes, there's some, hiccups, mistakes, some feedback, maybe not the best, note choices and stuff like that on the solos, but there was some nice improvisation on the guitar and and the sax and stuff, and really cool the bass line. I love the singing. There was a lot of interplay on this track, but really cool. Like, I've never ever heard of Mighty Baby in my entire life. So there you go. So let me know what you think, in the comments below. Give me just one quick second. All right, I'm back. So I had to take out Marley real quick. It was, that time of day, and I'm wearing a beanie now. So yeah, holding my hair together. A lot of people are like, oh my God, Nick, get a haircut. But hey, like, this is not even long. Like, I've had it literally down to here, like, easily. So this is not even long, considered to the, and I mean, of course, I don't have the same amount of hair, but it's actually a good thing. It was too much, and then in Mexico it was always too hot. It was just, yeah, it was a challenge to have hair like that in Mexico, and then I have so much hair. So yeah, it's been falling out, of course, like everyone, we lose hair. But I don't know, it's almost like I'm almost happy that it's not so much anymore, but I'm also blessed that I'm not like going bald or anything. Where were we? Okay, so Raw Material, Miracle Worker, and again, another band I've never heard. Let's get into them. So far, let me know in the comment section what you think. What did you think of Mighty Baby? I'm sure Supertramp is very familiar to all of you guys, but there's always a first, a lot of people are like, I've never heard this before, and I'm a huge fan of this band, so you never really know what's going to happen. That's what I like about this channel, that most of the people that write to me and are like, hey, I want to do a marathon for you. Most of the music is all like unknown. That's why also, that's kind of like, I love that. That's also a reason that the channel is growing smaller, because nobody really knows this music, but the curious ones, those are the best. I like that crowd, because I don't know, sometimes people look for like, oh, I've never seen anybody else react to this song. That's, I guess, what people like about our channel, Alexia and I. Okay, so let's go with Miracle Worker. Boom. I like get it out of my head. This reminds me so much of Jethro Tull, like the whole style. Dun 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 diddle diddle diddle. Like the scales. The voice sounds a little bit like Ian Anderson. there's this vibe, you know, really cool, like a proggy, but I don't know if they're gonna stay, you know. Doesn't really say anything at all. Philip Gunn, and yeah, that's it. It doesn't have any information. I guess a smaller band, but really cool. I love this. Really, really good. Let's see if they keep it going with the, you know, like Egyptian scales and all that mode, you know. Let's see.
Those beneath their mats, the children he had never had, supplying all their wants and needs, feeling for them when they die. He helps them lift their bleeding heads upwards to the morning sun. Miracle worker, your work is never done.
Wow.
Growing slowly from the sea, held on by his gentle hand. Colors bloom within the light for all adventure there to see. Glancing quickly at your fate becomes reality. Miracle worker, how I wish that you could see.
Wow, this was insane. Definitely progressive rock, you know. I love that time signature. It almost sounded like, I don't know, like in 5/4. Doom bap 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 boom bap bap bap, and then the improv over that, really cool, man. That keyboard solo, and then the guitar. I loved it. Really, really cool. Definitely putting it into my hearted stuff, and also into Alexia's little folder. Not little, big folder. I sent so much music to Alexia. Like, so don't worry, you guys. You know, she is keeping up, you know, with my marathons, and then she doesn't really watch my videos because they're so long because I talk so much, but she listens to the songs. Maybe she can watch them one day, you know, when we're old. That's kind of so cool that I've never really thought about this, but yeah, these videos are gonna. I mean, a video if YouTube doesn't, you know, gets deleted or Google sells it to who knows who. But yeah, I've thought about maybe backing up all the videos one day, you know, just to have them myself, because right now they're on somebody else's, you know, website, Google. That would be a good idea, just to like, there is like this program where you can just like well, maybe I shouldn't talk about it because we are on YouTube. So so far so good. So far, amazing marathon, great kind of like progressive psychedelic music, you know. And this is the one. This is the long one here. This is the epic one. This is how are we doing on time? I mean, I did stop, so I was about 20 minutes in, and then another. So we're about at the 30-minute mark. So yeah, there's gonna be about like 45 minutes in total if I stop talking. So yeah, this is audience, and this is the tune Raid. So let's see what's gonna happen here. I mean, it's fairly long. Let's see, what year is this again? 1970. So let's see. I'm sure it's gonna be progressive rock, or let's see. Got me here. This dum 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 boom 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 boom. That's already like, dude, like sign me up, you know. That's literally like what came after like Iron Maiden and stuff like that, you know, Power Slave. This is all this inspired by this, like you know, Rainbow, bands like that, so good. And Rainbow came literally like what, 8 years after or 10 years after. Deep Purple was already playing, but yeah, I like this. This is has power. It's ballsy. I like it. such a ballsy move to that. I mean, do-dum, 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 and then bum, 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 and then the voice, da, 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 like totally against the harmony, but it is different. It makes an impact. Because he's basically like singing out of the chord. It doesn't really clash, but it's just, I did not expect that. That is the music that I love the most, where I'm like, wow, like I did not expect him to go there, you know, because, you know, harmonically it doesn't really make sense, but it does work when he does it, you know. Like, check this part. I mean, look, like, just listen.
They came, Viking, Viking. Vikings, they came, Vikings, they slain, Vikings, they came, Vikings, they slain. What a city.
Like, it would have, like, I don't know, it would have been more logical to do. Now I can't sing it because I have his, you know, the melody he chose to sing over those chords. But what a interesting move, you know, to go that low in this high register of singing, you know. Vikings, they came, instead of like singing over the chord, you know, more. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but yes, I know you do. Wow, that freaking solo, those harmonics he was doing with the sax, man, chills, honestly, chills. And I love that they gave him so much freedom, you know. Two chords, it was two chords, I think. I love when they do vamps like this. I even like put vamps, like I look for a one chord vamp on YouTube, and then I just go like for 30 minutes, you know, to see how far I can go with one chord, you know. I mean, because the more the chords, yes, it gets very depending on the chord structure, you know, but one chord is pretty difficult because there's not so many choices, but you can still find a lot of ways to express yourself, you know, and playing outside and stuff like that. This was great, man. I really loved this. The last one, I mean, all of them were great, you know. Very unique and very interesting. Thank you so much again for the introduction to this. Man, thank you. Let me know what you think of this, you know. Let me know in the comment section. There's one thing that I wanted to announce that's kind of cool. I don't know if you know IMDb. I've followed IMDb like forever. Like I think the first time I visited IMDb was like in 1999 or something. And now we're on IMDb. NicknLex is on IMDb. There's not a lot of information. It's just, I guess, Google, you know, says that it's a YouTube channel and that there's episodes, but I guess it needs some work, you know, it needs some guidance. But yeah, there's also, I do have a credit on IMDb myself. That's from 2011. I was in this movie with one of my favorite actors, Robert De Niro. It's called Limitless. Check it out. But honestly, you know, there was so much cut out of the movie, especially the scenes that I'm involved in. It's, you know, it just happens. I did still get my credit, and I'm in the movie. I have a line, and it was a lot of fun, you know, to meet the you know, the director, and I met Bradley Cooper and Renee, what's her name? Oh my god, I always pronounce her name wrong. You know, Renee I don't know, Zellweger or Swell, I don't know. Alexia always told me how it's supposed to be said, but that's kind of cool. So if you want to check that out too. But hey, thank you so much, you know, for being part of this family, for supporting the channel, and for liking the video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Comment, let me know what you think, and thank you so much, Roundabout, for this awesome idea, for this marathon. This was a lot of fun. Thank you so much, and I hope you send me more requests. But you know, everybody has to take a break, so I do understand. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one.